But if you do, then that's called
All right, now this is going to be the varsity duel match between Pine Creek and Mountain View. Pine Creek's varsity's first round duel here at the Battle of the Best tournament in Pine Creek High School's gym here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We've got captains meeting at the center here. And Alex Rathman getting ready as senior at 195. So he's going to be the first on the mat. So we'll be back here at the start of the match. So Alex expressing his disappointment at the scoring table. He does not get a match here. But he's looking particularly lean and strong there at 195 for this year. So Pine Creek's going to start off with a 6-0 score. We've got Jeremy Medina up. Jeremy taking off quite a bit of weight to get down to 220 after wrestling heavyweight last year. He looks great. Guys have said that he's looking good in the practice room. So let's see what Jeremy Medina can do here against Martin Rodriguez. Jeremy's going to take the first two of the match. Martin Rodriguez, a freshman, is in for quite a tough feat here with Jeremy going to work real quick. And he's going to lose that position on top. Martin Rodriguez is going to have 3 back points scored against him. And Jeremy again in a potential pinning combination here, and that time he gets it. So 48 seconds remaining in the first, or 49 seconds remaining in the first period. And Jeremy Medina in his trimmer, more buff look, takes his first varsity match of the year. And Taylor White is wrestling up. He may be 228, 225. So he's gonna raise the hand at heavyweights, and now we're back to 106. Ryan Chauvin, freshman, has plenty of national experience. Expect a lot out of the freshman 106. He's going to work quickly. And he's going to take that to a 5-point combination for a pin at 1:29 remaining in the first period. And Pine Creek's starting to make quick work of Mountain View. Okay, at 1:13. Jordan Martinez gets a quick shot, and his opponent, it'd be a little too much for her. And we're going to put a little bit of an injury timeout. That was a pretty tough fall from probably about shoulder height. Jordan and Billy coming over to talk to the official. It looks like Jordan has got a little abrasion on his shoulder here. They're going to work on it. And we'll be back here in a moment when the action resumes. All right, so they're back on the mat. Kaylee Barker is a freshman, Jordan's opponent. And Jordan has Kaylee's leg locked up a little bit. He's got his left arm around her neck, trying to pull up on her head. And they're going to go near fall and blood time. Jordan's shoulder is bleeding a little bit, so they're going to have to work on that. Little impromptu surgery for Jordan. T.C. Danzler with his Olympic experience lending a hand. We've got Heather Thompson over as well. They're going to send him back out. He's got enough of it controlled with some gel. And they'll reset. Jordan up 7-0. Going to get an escape point for Kaylee, and they're going to reset in the middle here. She's got a lot of pep to her step. Good looking athlete. Jordan's just got so much experience. They'll reset up in the middle here. Me a couple more back points. It's 14-2. Jordan Martinez in control of his destiny here. He's added 2 more. He's going to give up a point to go in neutral. 14-3. It's going to take it to 16-3, and he's going to push her away, go for another takedown. 2 more. 18-4. And that's going to do it at 20-5 for Tech Fall. Prior to the end of the first period, it is 7 seconds remaining, and that's a tough draw to get Jordan Martinez. Next up, we have Lane McAdams. See if they reset the scoreboard here at 120. Lane McAdams. He's got a couple JV state titles to his name, a couple different weights. And Lane is facing Zachary Urosti. Stalemate early on. We've got about halfway through the first period. Lane finally scores the first 2 points of the match. It's going to be another 2, bringing the score to 4-0. Lane McAdams over Zachary Urosti. Zach's going to defer. Lane taking the down position to start off the second period. Trying to get hand control there. Step out of it. He's going to be returned to the mat. Zach is working, trying to get some torque there with Lane. And Lane's got a reversal there, and it's kind of in a makeshift cradle there. Doesn't have a head, but he's got an arm and a leg. There we go. He's over now and then controlling. He's got 3 points on the mat. Nice job to pull him out. That's going to end it. Nice job by Lane McAdams to control the end of that match. Fall comes at 1:13 remaining in the second. And we'll be back with our next match. We are at 126ers with Tyrell Williams, and Tyrell comes out tough and quick, trying to get that right shoulder of his opponent up. He's facing Tyler Harshman, a sophomore. Tyrell, a senior. He's locked up in a cradle, and that is not going to go well for Mountain View. Nice job by Tyrell. Pins at 1:28 remaining in the first. So doing a little bit of work here with another camera. We've got Anthony Salazar now facing Braden Perkins. Anthony scores first. He's got 2. They'll bring it back to the center. Shout out to Miss Clifton, who's taking some mat side stills today. Anthony's got Braden kind of locked up, and he lets him go, but he's got 3 back points there. He's going to reload and shoot. That one didn't quite score like he wanted to. He needs to turn and control it, and he does. He's a little high, so he's going to back off, try to get chest to chest here. In the flurry there, he's scored about 5. So that takes the score to 7-1. .14 seconds left. And Anthony's probably going to take this one into the next period. And he almost had it. Nice idea right at the end. So Anthony's younger brother coming out and doing the timing, so supports him there nicely. Remains 7-1. Salazar over Perkins. That's going to be another 2. And he's going to let him go and reset here. Look to do some work. Nice block and reshoot. He almost had the score there. Salazar's got him on his back now. This is going to be counted out for at least 3 back points. He's got 3 on the floor. It's 11-2 based on the couple of releases that Salazar has given up. He's got to get chest to chest, get that force going the right direction. He's going to gather him up from the opposite side, pull his arm up. And his opponent is looking like he is super tired. Rolled out of that nicely. It's going to take it to 14-2. He'll let him go again. And they're going to give some reversal there and escape. It was 2 for a reversal. They called him controlling him out of bounds there. So it's 16-4. Salazar has 15 seconds in this second period. Working from the bottom. That's going to conclude the second round. Pine Creek Varsity versus Mountain View. It's 41-0 as far as team points. And it looks like this is going to be a 4-point swing or match as well, unless he can continue. Salazar's got 2 minutes remaining. And if he can get his position there, he's going to get 2. It's in a decent position to flip over his opponent. So that's going to be 18-4. So he needs another point for a tech fall. And if he releases on this one, it's going to take a little longer, so he loses 2 there. And out, so regrouping here, 18-5. So if Anthony takes if he gets a 2-point takedown, it's over. And that is going to be it. That's going to be a tech fall. It's at 20-5, but they're going to let him continue to see if he can pin. Because in a pinning possibility for more team points, he'll get the 6 versus the 5 for, and he does. So Anthony Salazar takes care of business at the end, or rather midway through the third. 54 seconds remaining. And he adds another fall for Pine Creek's varsity team in this first round match at the Battle of the Best tournament here in Colorado Springs. Next up, we're looking at 138s. So we have Idan Colonies, younger brother of Dakota Colonies at 138. He's facing Eric Lobato Contreras. He's going to give up the first 2 points. So Eric gets the first takedown. Colonies, a freshman. Actually, we've got matchup of 2 freshmen, so skate point for Colonies takes the score to 2-1. Mountain View on top for the moment. There's a kind of a nifty cape move as Colonies swirled Eric around his shoulders. Certainly a spirited match at 138. And both wrestlers look like they definitely have some good experience prior to getting to high school. And the Pine Creek coaching staff ready to protect TC Danzler just got home from the hospital. So they're doing well. So the official brings them both back in. So there's blood time for Eric Lobato Contreras. Colonies gets cleaned up a little bit. And they'll reset in the center. And Colonies is going to give up a single leg and ultimately 2 points there. So it's 4-1. Colonies trails. Nine seconds remaining in the first quarter, or period rather. Colonies trying to shake off the Mountain View wrestler. And it's just not going to be in time to score here in the first. So Mountain View is going to start down Colonies, waiting for the official to beckon him in. Nice return to the mat. Colonies controls the movement down. Scramble a little bit. Trying to stack, not able to get the head where he needs it. And more blood time. And we'll be back. So they reset at 1:23 in the second remaining. 4-1, Eric Lobato Contreras from Mountain View leads. Dakota Colonies, both freshmen. It's going to be another 2 for the Mountain View wrestler. And Kean is stopped there for potentially dangerous, tough torque. Kean working from the bottom here. 21 seconds left in the second. Trying to shake Eric off. He's going to stand up. Let's see if he can break free. And he's returned to the mat. It looks like that's going to ride out the second period. And the official stops them. So it's going to be 6-1 to start the third. Colonies gets to choose. And he'll start down. So Kean getting a caution. Good start this time. Third period is underway. So neither of these wrestlers have a win-loss record. This their first match of the year. So Lobato Contreras riding out the first half of the last period. See if Kean can make something happen here. He trails 7-1. And he's going to pick up a point for lack of work. So Kean with only a 22nd remaining, he's down 7-1. See if he's got anything left in the tank for this first match. And it's going to be a tough one for Kean Colonies. Official will go ahead and stop that one. That'll be the first points for Mountain View. Eric Lobato Contreras, freshman, wins this by decision. Next up, we have Peter Isaias, 145. Pete just coming off a state championship football run. Peter, sophomore, faces Jackson Gilbert, a freshman. And Pete takes the first two. Working with quite a wrap on his left arm there. Gonna roll him over, put some freestyle action in there. Pete's been back with the wrestling program for a week here, so the football guys went all the way through till last Saturday, so they've had a full week of practice if they were capable and weren't bumped up enough. We've got a couple guys out. Casey Nowlin at 182 opted not to wrestle this week due to a bruised knee, and there's a few of the football guys that are just trying to get back into the swing of things and knocking the dust off. So Pete Isaias with 54 remaining in the first. Up 2-0. Isaias invited to start. It's going to go immediately to a possible pinning combination here. Eight seconds remaining. They're working right at the edge there. The official's gonna halt them before they get out. So they'll put 6 seconds back on the clock, which errantly ran out there and weren't sure that they had stopped it. So we'll wait for them to get that on. And we'll be back when they have it determined. Looks like he's going to keep it on the mat, Isaias, to start. And that's the end of the first. So Peter Isaias up 2-0 over Jackson Gilbert, a freshman from Mountain View. All right, so we've got the clock situation worked. Second period's going to start here with Isaias down. Gilbert returns him to the mat. Peter Isaias, quick sit out, comes up behind for the reversal for 2, takes the score to 4-1. All right, so the 4-1 was incorrect. So it is 5-0 to Isaias. Well, 24 teams is tough to get and train all of the table help. Everything's run really smoothly. Just a little bump in this particular clock on the match. But it's all reset now as Pete works to turn his opponent over. He's got it. Puts his head back in his chest. If he can sink this low, this could be it for the Mountain View wrestler. And Jackson Gilbert just doesn't have quite enough to get off his back there. Pin comes at the second period, 28 seconds remaining. Pete Isaias. Is going to take the 145 today. So Dakota Colonies at 152. Dakota extremely tough when he gets his legs in, and he'll put a leg in and twist his opponent over. He's got Samaj Spencer, a freshman. So I haven't seen too many upper class. I wonder if this is a Mountain View JV, or if they just are not filled with too many of the upperclassmen. So Colonies rolls over a little bit. Samaj is gonna have a tough time riding this out and calls the fall. 54 seconds remaining in the first. So the brothers go 1-1 for the Colonies today. Dakota bumping the score up. Now to 52-3. Pine Creek leading Mountain View in this particular duel.
Hey, you have a delay on your clock.
And we'll be back as we continue to have a little bit of technical issues. So we've got Idan Peak at 160 facing Braden Barker, who is also a freshman. So this may be the freshman team for Mountain View. Idan Peak, a junior. Dakota Colonies, last match a senior.
When you see this, And then you're going to count down the rest like normal.
So Idan gets the first 2 of the match.
All right, let's check them in. Check them in.
He receives a caution for something on his cover. Good start this time. Idan still working from the top here. Halfway through in the first, 2-0 over Braden Barker. And Idan's going to go ahead and let him go and reset. Idan's going to get credit for that takedown. It was kind of a dual fall down there. Four to 2. "15 seconds left in the first period. Idan content to set up for a shot here late in the first. And not quite enough time, so 4 to 2 as the first period ends. Idan Peak, a junior from Pine Creek, over Braden Barker, freshman at Mountain View. First round action at the Battle of the Best Tournament 2014, Colorado Springs. Idan's going to get another 2. So the scoreboard has it 6 to 6. Idan does a nice job there on a near fall. Stall warning from the bottom there. Braden's got to work, or he's in danger of getting a point here. 9 to 6. Idan Peak in control with 30 seconds left in the second. Jumps over to the other side, gets the right momentum. He's real close here. All he's got to do is get that chest to chest. Take him over. It looks like Braden's starting to get real tired. And it looks like the freshman's going to survive for another round, so that finishes the second. Mountain View coach comes over and talks about it a little bit. We're going to start the third with 12-6. Idan Peak of Pine Creek ahead. Idan set up for a possible throw there and ends up going the other direction. So the freshman's kind of coming back a little bit. It's 12-8. 30 seconds have ticked off of the first, or rather the beginning of the third period. Idan starts down. He's going to release 13-8. And not going to score on that takedown out of bounds. Still with a comfortable 5-point lead. So they're going to start with neutral. A little bit of blood time. Separated by 5 points. Braden Barker tries to shoot, but misses, and then Idan Peak is able to capitalize on him leaving himself open. Peak working on top, trying to pull him up. He's working right there toward the edge of the mat. See if he can keep him in. Looks like he's rotating around to be able to do so. 45 seconds left. So he's got 2 on the mat before he rolls over. And that time you'll take 3. So he's holding 8-18 right now. He's just going to give him a chance to the pin. It's not going to make it in time. It's going to end up 8-18. Idan Peak. Nice job of working the match the entire time. And he's going to take his first match of the season. He's going to bring up the 170 match. Dylan Dashner from Pine Creek. And Dylan takes a lightning shot right off the whistle. Got to score the 2. He'll release. And he's in again. Controls it, flips for 2. Decides to stay engaged this time. It's going to be 4-1 early. And Dylan's facing Miguel Hernandez, a sophomore from Mountain View. All right, so Dashner raises his point total to 6-1 as they restart in the center. Just about half through the first. 1:06 to go. Score to 6-2, Dylan releases. And Hernandez is going to give up another 2-point shot and takedown. Dashner works with 10 seconds left, right at the edge. He's got the ball and chain going there. Not enough time to work with that for any. It's going to finish with 8-2, moving into the second. And Dash has another nice shot and converts that into 2 points. See if he can get him over for some back points here. It's been all shots thus far and takedowns. He's got 5, so call it 10 points to 2. And if Dillon can hold him there, now worrying about the neck there, so he pulls him off. So Dash moves up to 12-2 here, leading by 10. Halfway through the second, 53 seconds remain. This time, Dashner gets him in a cradle, see if he can keep the balance there. He's going to have to try to reset. He's still grasped, and it's not going to stay. Score moves to 15-3. And that'll complete the second. So Dashner starts from behind. He's going to end up with a quick reversal right to Hernandez back. So he comes off the bottom, immediately in charge. And if he can hold that for a second, which he does, that's going to be a fall in the third with 1:37 remaining. And Dashner prevails at 170. So next we have 182. Hernandez comes in from Mountain View, another Hernandez. Cody Hubbard from Pine Creek, a junior. This is Jonathan Hernandez, who is a senior. First senior that I recall being on. He's going to score the first points on Hubbard. And they're going to work out of bounds. So Cody Hubbard's going to work from the down position. Hernandez.
What time the next round? We started at 3:30, so 5 o'clock we can start the next one.
So Hubbard quickly escapes from Hernandez. It's going to bring the score to 2-1. And Hernandez comes around for a second 2-point score. And we're winding down to about 20 seconds remaining in the first. Score looks like it's going to remain 4-1. Hernandez from Mountain View leads Cody Hubbard from Pine Creek. Team score 68-3. Some other first round action here. Actually, Pool C is in the second round. Garden City 55, Fountain Fort Carson is holding at 9. Centauri is at 0, and Pueblo Central at 6. So some early work there in round 2 for Centauri and Pueblo Central. And looks like with a Garden City 55 and Fountain Fort Carson 9 that particular duel has been going for a little bit. So starting round 2 here on mat 1 over at the Pine Creek Gym. This tournament in 2 different locations, half over at Liberty High School. So mats 1 through 4 here at Pine Creek. 5 through 8 over at Liberty. So trying to work the half and rotate over on Hubbard. Hubbard does a good job to defend that. He is down 6-1. Not sure that he's going to make it on this one. He's got a lot of weight, good position there, and he does go over. He's going to have to fight to keep off his back. It's not going to be good enough right there, and it's going to take a fall with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. That's going to be the last match of this duel. And final score is going to be 68-9. Pine Creek over Mountain View, and they move on with a first round victory at the Battle of the Best.